totally disagree with anybody who parades the mantra of national security as the reason why certain pieces of information should not come out. Point number one. Point number two, Honorable.
Yes, sir.
It is not the fact that the way we practice oversight, democratic accountability of our security and intelligence institutions is at the global standard. It is not. In fact, our intelligence and security institutions have a field day. So many things that nobody sees. And I was a bit demented that his wife, Edubuahin's wife, can be given security clearance to see classified material, but not Honorable Brian Echampong, who was the chair of the Defense and Interior Committee at the time, or Honorable Agalga, who was the ranking. They don't see the information that they want to see, not from the defense budget and not from the intelligence budget. You remember the Kroll issue? 2 days into the 10 days that the Supreme Court gave Mr. Domolevo to read the response from a senior minister, whether he was satisfied, he was sacked. A new Auditor General was appointed, who then went to the Supreme Court and said that from what he had seen, he was satisfied that there had been no wrong. Honorable Domolevo, Mr. Domolevo, was asking the Supreme Court for an interpretation of Article 187 and its sub-clauses, which mandates the Auditor General to look at everything that is public account, including of institutions established by an act of parliament. Now here, Edubuahin's outfit, National Signals Bureau, was established by an act of parliament, 1040. And therefore, there is nothing in the act and not in the Constitution, 187, which precludes the Auditor General from seeing what it is that these monies have been spent on. And it's actually, I don't know, it undermines our national security, actually, that his wife was given security clearance, but not these other persons who needed to see the books. Third point is that if you look carefully, in 2020, a number of intelligence and security acts were passed, including the national, strategic plan. Now, against this backdrop, you begin to ask, was there an agenda to try to craft these instruments and then use that as a veneer to do things behind the scenes? Let me quickly refer to an article that not many Ghanaians might be aware of. Now, this is published by one Tony Roberts as a member of a team of researchers who looked into money spent by African government, in fact globally, to buy specialized equipment and software for purposes of cybersecurity, intelligence, and so on.
Right.
Now, they say that some African government, 2023, November, are spending millions to spy on their citizens, stifling debate and damaging democracy.
This was a
software
study.
Yes, this is a research study by 5 researchers. You know, the software came from US, UK, China, EU, and Israel. The African governments were Nigeria, Ghana, Morocco, and Malawi, and Zambia. So our government acquired this equipment to spy on it. To spy. In fact, when you read the whole article, it says that they were spying on the political opposition. So you'll not be surprised that a politician in opposition could be called that you have made X or Y statement. Now, I would have wished or thought that with this acquisition of this equipment, we would have zeroed in on narcotics trafficking by transnational organized criminals. Because that is what the tool is meant for. To be able to look at and listen to everything that anybody who has been approved by a court. given Article 18, which was why I asked for your constitution, Article 18 grants all citizens privacy of their homes and property. So your phone is your property. The state has no right to find out what is on your phone unless the state has gone to court to make a case that we suspect that given the lifestyle of Dr. I'm using as an example, Dr. Susan, we suspect that she has some other sources of, nefarious income. So can you give us what the Americans call probable cause? Can you give us the authorization to investigate further?
That's right.
That is what the government should have been done. Some of these monies, by the way, per our democratic structure, electoral structure, who in this country is responsible for elections management?